That's good, right? It works?
It's working.
It's working.
It's working, although...
Yes?
Let's move OBS to...
Oh, good idea!
That window.
That's smart.
Right?
Yeah. Should we also have a... You can do that bit.
Oh.
How about that? So it's easier to see when we want to see it.
Oh, and that. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we can do that if we want.
Yep.
Could be smaller.
The possibilities that
I
a second
know.
monitor opens up.
So many. Hey! I hate when I do that. Stop it!
I'm on it. You get to the business of playing.
Okay.
Chaos exploring. Chaos.
Chaos. Is your microphone going to pick us up even though it's not literally in my face suffocating me like
It's
like
gonna-
I've been trying to be better?
No,
I've
it'll
been
pick us
trying to be
up.
so much better. I've been trying to be so much better. Have you noticed?
I have
working
noticed.
So
I-
hard on it. Is it working?
I actually have noticed, and it is somewhat improved.
Somewhat, but it's been so much more harder. But it's only somewhat improved. Maybe
Hi,
I shouldn't try.
Boomy.
Hi, Boomy.
It's plenty improved.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because I'm trying plenty. And if it hasn't plenty improved, I don't know if I'm going to keep trying that hard. It's so hard. I have to be so...
No, I actually do appreciate it. It's made a
Okay.
big difference.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you. My God, your Midwestern understatement is just such a problem.
It is, isn't it? I'm sorry.
Aww.
I'm sorry for that.
Well, I forgive you everything because you said I'm sorry.
And that's how I'm sorry works.
Certainly is with men and women.
Wait, I was just here. I think I am actually here. No, I'm not here.
Again?
No, I went somewhere else.
What should I do? Today I learned
Yes.
that I was right when I said that the frequency of these felt like they were approximately shrine apart.
Yeah? Oh, like actually laid upon shrines.
The roots are clearly actually connected to those shrines.
Wow, that's awesome.
Isn't it?
That's really awesome.
It's fucking cool as shit. It
Oh.
means that if you found one somewhere, you can find... Which is why I
Is that
marked...
true for the sky map too? No, it can't be.
No, it's
There's
not.
no way.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
okay.
But it's like why I marked all of these, because I explored all of that
Mm-hmm.
in the underground yesterday.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, there actually must be shrines there. And if there must be shrines there, it's like a good way of finding shrines that are like tricky to find.
Clever. I am. Thank you, Boomy. I am feeling a lot better. Today, I finally tested negative.
Sort of.
So, I mean, the very,
Probably.
very, very faintest, like, shadow of a line.
Way after 15 minutes, so we're not really sure what that's
after
about.
the 15-minute timer. Yeah, like 4 hours after the 15-minute timer, you can see a shadow of a line. So,
Do I have Ferocia? I don't.
oh, I forgot you could photograph those dragons. So yeah, by and large, feeling better.
It's a delight to see you, Boomy, by the way. Hi.
Yes, it's a delight to see you. Also, Boomy, it's a delight to see you in other streams. I've been seeing you in Peach's stream a lot. I've been seeing you
Really?
around. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
No, it's a delight to see Boomy all around.
Boomy, we're gonna be doing... Speaking of... I can't do it. I'm not kitty enough here. Speaking of... Kit is gonna be doing a poll pretty soon. On what his next emote should be, because he just got his emote slot.
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, that was just wine coughing.
Okay. Wait, isn't wine coughing? Oh, someone help me.
I'm sick.
It's Tanya from White Lotus.
Oh my god. Wait. No! I hate it. You're right, that is Tommy energy. Kit told me earlier that I was having some Dommy energy. And I was like, oh, I guess so.
Well,
Nope.
we chaos explored that ravine. That chasm. Done been explored.
See, I suspected this when we started. This is not a I can do shrines kind of stream. Because of all the wine.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Yeah! Okay, I think this might be the thing where I'm like, I don't think that this one accepts me. Maybe? I don't know. No, it's not on my map, so this isn't it. Hey, I accidentally ran into a thing.
Oh, this one. This is the one that I just bagged and got to where I am now.
I have not done it yet. I have not even kind of done it. I haven't even tried to do it yet.
Okay.
So it's fine.
Yep.
But I will try to do it now.
Okay. I'm excited.
That worries me. Alright, let's okay, so I need an actual weapon now.
Yes.
It's raining, so not all these fire emitters. I have a lot of fire emitters.
I know, right? Hello, I see you. So we are both playing Tears of the Kingdom at the same time.
Yeah, and in theory, whenever I die, which should be a bunch, because of the both general chaosness and also drunk, and also not that good at stuff like this. Oh, that was awesome. Fuck. Should we switch?
Do you want to? Because I'm not in a place where I'm gonna die.
I guess not. Never mind. I guess not.
That's right.
Kit was like, or we could just switch when you want to. And I was like, we can switch when I die. And Kit was like, or we could just switch when you want to. Clearly, immediately, fully recognizing that I was gonna die a bunch. And he was like, you could play.
It is your stream, after all. Speaking of Chaos Redeem, oh, wait. Oh, I forgot that,
Redeems!
I forgot that Mix It Up does not show redeems, because I stopped using Mix It Up.
Oh, does your new thingy show redeems more?
It does,
better?
yes.
Oh, no.
Oh,
god damn it.
Oh, yes, upside down.
No.
Okay, no.
Well, for me, even kind of doing anything. Well, could you double check the camera and make sure I'm still on that? I'm not.
You are not.
Hi.
Nope, still not.
I'm so low. Hi.
There we go.
Hi.
Okay, well, I'm part of this too, so let me get...
I feel like you're exempt, but if you
Am
wanna... I think you probably are. Can I take a picture of Faroche? Oh good, I already got it, thank God. I'm not fighting this. I can't do that upside down. I'm sure I could think of... Oh wait, hang on. Oh no, wait, no, what? Oh dear God. How do I anything?
How do I? There we go. Okay. No.
You on camera?
I only hope so.
Let me check.
I'm probably hidden behind the microphone, aren't I? Oh. 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 There.
Yay!
So about this then. Oh, I see you there, fish.
How do I do things?
How does anyone do anything?
I No, I've never known.
In a mid-capitalist society.
In a mid-capitalist society. Exactly. No one knows what we're talking about.
No one knows what we're talking about.
I got a shroom.
Yay, good for you.
I'm gonna die
Oh no.
right now. No, don't horn at me.
Don't horn.
I know that that's not what my Discord suggests, but don't horn at me.
Wait, if I drop you. Okay. That's not gonna work out.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah.
If I get on... Oh, no. I'm almost there.
No. There we go.
Are you trying to put that... Why don't you put your head on the ottoman?
Because it's over there.
But it's an ottoman! Okay, I think it's been too much time for me to use recall on this.
Oh no.
Alright, so much for attempting that upside down.
Okay, so you raised up.
See, you have the easier job now.
Yeah?
Because you can hold your switch right side up
Yep.
while being upside down.
Does your upside down have a time limit by any chance?
I mean, it does, but unlike you, I'm generous.
No.
I use it more like a guideline to ignore until I've been entertaining enough. Unlike you, who will often like just be on a fucking like what's it called, pause menu, or like sort of talk in circles.
Is that how it is, you sanctimonious so and so?
Touche, Maddie. Touche. Totally trying to get you to do that.
I know you were.
You were? You did? Oh, good. So it's not Dom energy. It's just trying to get you to be a Giles.
It's just trying to get me to be a Giles.
Can't believe his name is Giles.
I know, right?
Hold on, I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna go upstairs. I went upstairs.
Ha!
Yes, I went upstairs.
Yay!
Don't fall off. Don't fall off. Ah, fuck.
Ha!
Dang it. Do you think it's been time?
I think it's been time.
Hey.
What is the time?
I ran into the camera.
Hey.
I'm lost.
Oh no.
Look, I just ran straight into the camera. Yeah, I'm gone.
Oh, invisible link. You found the crowd control.
Okay, if you're able to get up, I might need your help getting up.
Uh-oh.
Are you unable to get up? I'm a turtle. I'm stuck.
Ah!
Upside down, stuck turtle. Why am I on a tree?
I could hold the switch upside down, that's true, and be right side up.
Help.
Controllers. Thank you.
Thank you. Yay, I fixed it. All by myself.
Well played, Boomy.
Okay.
Well played.
Yeah, Kit cheated. No, he didn't. It's exactly what I would do. I'm glowing. What was I attempting to do? Oh, you. How'd I get over here? Alright, I was upside down. is that drink you made yourself, which you for some reason don't have on one of the mini coasters that's just all around here?
So that was just plain old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing interesting.
Does it have a yummy whiskey in it?
It has a bourbon actually.
Does it have a yummy bourbon in it?
It does. It's the High West Prairie bourbon, I think.
So it's not that plain after all, is it?
Touche, Mary.
You again.
Wait.
I didn't realize that you were here. Is there anything to even use? Do I have to like cut down a tree? What the fuck?
Ah, the sounds of Tears of the Kingdom players everywhere.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
There we go. Wait, what's this? Hold on a second. Wait, what the fuck are you? A steak? It's just a steak?
This one. So this one Letty had to help me out with, and this is something I would not have gotten. The stakes don't need to be attached. You can actually just like push them using this force. You can push them straight into the rock. And they'll stay.
Cool. Can you push them into anything?
I didn't try. Probably. I think you do need to drive them point first, however.
Okay, it doesn't want to
Nope.
stick to that
Okay.
tree.
So it might just be the rock then. It might be that particular kind of rock. Where the chest was.
Hey, what the fuck? You've got to be kidding me. Dick. I wasn't even attacking you. Oh my god. Just no. Just none to all of this.
Yeah.
Batter it up. Batter it up, up.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba.
Okay.
Okay.
I have shaken off my former failures.
Okay. Today is a new day.
Today is a new day.
It's a
Ignore
new
that for
dawn.
the moment.
You feeling good?
I am the one who told you about that song, right?
Oh no.
Okay, because there was somebody that I was like, you're gonna recognize the song, and then, oh no, oh my god, it was when I was in Japan. We put it on for karaoke, and I was like, don't worry, you guys will recognize this song, and they didn't, and I was like, what?
No, that is a...
It's an old classic.
It's an old classic, and it is a song that is honestly slightly overdone in burlesque.
Oh.
So many people have numbers
That
to it.
explains it. I've never seen a burlesque number of it, because I've only seen very, very limited
yeah.
burlesque, as you know.
Yeah.
Although, I definitely saw some of the best burlesque I've ever seen at the party we were at recently together.
Oh yeah, no, that was great.
That was fantastic. I'm pleased
Yeah.
that we got to go to it.
Yeah, me too.
It was so good.
Well,
Oh, good, thanks. assuming we're gonna have to, like, build a thing to get up here. Wait a second. Wait a second. Maybe I don't. Let me try something.
Yeah?
Do I have no rockets?
No rockets? That seems a shame.
I have a balloon. I have a spring. Lots of fans, 1 wing.
Okay.
3 balloons. How do I have no rockets? Alright, I'm gonna have to find a thing with rockets in it. Okay, so much for that idea. I'm gonna do something story-ish. Regional phenomena. What am I doing? Like, I can't fucking teleport to it closer. Let's just run towards it.
Mm-hmm.
No. Stop it. I kind of want to go to the Zora one. Oh my god. Kit! By the way, I won't be redeeming upside down again in case you want to adjust the cam.
Oh.
Oh. We haven't checked the cam since we did that, have we? Oh, foolish us.
Foolish us.
Foolish us!
Yes.
We are so foolish.
We are so foolish. Alright. Tell me if that's okay.
So, you want it a little more this way. Good. That's good. Maybe a tiny bit down.
Tiny bit down?
Not left down.
How about just like that?
No, that was worse.
That was worse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe smaller in the frame. Nope. Yeah, that's better. And then a little bit smaller again. I mean, out. Other way. So that it fits you. And then, towards the couch a little more. That's pretty good. Come take a look. Come sit and take a look.
That'll work. I can do that.
But the top of your head.
But the top of my head.
Will the top of your head be okay? What? Doesn't it like attention? I suppose not, since it survives. And no one can see it.
Yes.
Because you're so tall. Can we move that to not be the thing we're looking at? To either the thing or the other thing.
That?
Thank you. That's great. Yay!
Okay.
Thank you, Boomy. We require you to survive.
Yes.
Clearly. We need you for survival.
We're professional streamers.
Yeah, we are. I mean, no, we're not.
Yeah.
No, that's the wrong direction. What do you trying to make? Professional gamers. That's all then. That's not what I want. I want to the right. Wait, I did want that. Maybe? Hang on. Can I have another drink?
Absolutely.
Wait, that's so nice. You.
Come on, attach. Oh.
Oh yeah, that is Zora. Perfect. Let's go to Zora. Zora!
Wait, do you not attach anywhere else? Oh. Okay, maybe that strategy won't work then. Oh. I don't need the log. Oh, Jesus. Okay, fine.
Yeah, fine. Jesus.
Overcomplicating things as usual, Kit.
It's true. It you.
It me.
Only a little.
Have you figured out what the Sage's Will currency is for?
No. How many do you have?
2, possibly about to be 3. I'm not sure.
I think I have 2 as well. Oh, I have. Yeah, I have 2.
Okay.
Okay, I might as well warm up. That's clearly healing. Ugh, that is so accurate.
Oh. Oh, are you in the Goron area?
I mean, I am, but I'm trying to head to the Zora area.
Oh, okay.
All of the, like, red-eye freakiness is really freaking me out.
The red eye freakiness?
Meta!
Meta! Meta!
How are you?
Hello, hello.
I believe you to be some kind of puzzle thing. I just don't know what.
A small and intensely magic rod.
A magic rod. It's like me, small and intensely magic.
Exactly.
Yeah. And rod-like?
And
If you picked me up and swung me, I'd be rod-like.
yes,
Can't argue with that.
that's a rod fact.
It's a rod fact. My brain is broken with you two in the same stream.
Ah!
That's a shame, Meta, because we do it not infrequently. It's funsies. In fact, half of, like, the clips that we do, or especially on my channel, because we mostly co-stream on my channel,
Mm-hmm.
are
I'm not sure we've
me-
ever co-streamed on my channel.
Yeah, are me and Kit clips. So yeah, you could inoculate yourself against brain breakage. Can I have a drink?
Say that last sentence again before can I have a drink.
You can inoculate yourself against brain breakage
You can still say inoculate. Yes, you can have a drink.
with clips on my channel.
You're adorable. I love you.
Yeah, I'm adorable and he loves me. My God, how many pokes do you need, Wolf?
I know. This is my thing too.
So many wolf pokes.
So many wolf pokes.
Get poked, Wolf. I passed the test. Now I get to have another drink. I'm actually kind of hungry and I want more food. Which is a good reason to do a switch off not far from now. Maybe I'll achieve a thing. And then I'll do a switch off. Or I'll achieve a thing and then I'll die. But we've already established that death is not an acceptable metric for deathing. I mean switching. What's this? Why are you on the ground like that? That is weird. Rockets! I was just looking for you! Why are you there? That is so weird. Team Rockets rockin', talking trouble, walking trouble, double trouble, big trouble's gonna follow you. Hey, it's a Garuda woman. Enemies lie in wait. Tharaterra. Ooh, I like that name. Savak. We're headed to the Akala span up ahead. You'll have to move carefully. A large number of monsters have taken control of the bridge. While I'd like to drive them out myself, there's little I can do on my own. This would be a perfect job for the monster control crew, but I hear they're hard at work at the foot of Elden Mountain of Death Mountain at Elden right now. Okay. This seems like a good way up. My accident. Just got to jump. There we go. What other streams have you watched today? I feel like I saw you in Oakty Party's chat. Okay. Oh, Boomy is always in Oakty Party's chat. Meta.
Boomy is always in Oki's.
Yeah, no. Boomy is a tea partier. Tea partier.
Oh my God, Seth.
No, isn't Oak? Is it?
Is it Oak Tea Stan?
Hang on. They have a name. I just can't remember.
Is it actually Tea Partier?
It's definitely not. It's like, I mean, I know that they're gremlins. I don't know if it's related to them being gremlins, because they're all gremlins. For, like, Sherzies. Random wardrobe change. Now everybody redeems things.
Ah, of course.
Okay.
Excellent.
The one that you remember from before we were dating.
Oh, yes. I like that one. I like that one quite a bit. Yes, that's the one you wore so frequently around me.
Well, it's the one I wore for attention, and I wanted your attention, okay?
And you got it.
I didn't know that, though. You were good at hiding it.
Yes, well... What if I offended you with my attention?
Shut up. For anyone who doesn't know the history, me and Kit were friends for like 6 years or something before we started going out. We were both into each other, and we both thought that the other person was not into the other. I mean, Kit has wandered off, so I'm sure it's to... Yes, okay, Kit is going to change in the way that Kit changes.
In fairness...
Which is sillily.
One of the people I was with at the time would not have appreciated...
Oh, fairness to that, not fairness to what you're going to change into.
Oh, no.
You have you have absolutely no justification or rationalization for that.
May the force be with you.
Oh, you. Sanctimonious. You fucking kidding me! Your turn.
She's not even.
Your turn.
My turn? Okay, fine. My turn.
I'm gonna get a dinner snack.
Good.
I can't believe I got all the way up and then the thing shot me. Dinner snack.
Dinner snack. All right.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get to that other island over there. So let's see if I can make this happen. Oh, not with that power I can't. that'll help a little bit more. Oh wow, I have not played it with these controllers before. Okay. There we go. Alright. And then grab you. Sap shot first.
Did not. I was climbing.
Yeah.
I would have, but I didn't.
Yes, I would have, but I didn't. That's an excellent defense. I fully believe you. Okay, I think I've raided all of this island's resources. Time to raid the other Sky Island resources. And away we go. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Did that automaton just shoot rockets at me? I'm sorry, did that just happen?
In a way that benefited you? Because probably.
No. No, just like a warning shot across my port
Shit.
bow. Seemed a little sus.
Yes.
Hey, just made a bunch of half quesadillas and now I feel like I need to wash my face. Oh no. Wait, making them though shouldn't be... Oh, here's my drink. Hey, hello little drink. Making them shouldn't... Well, okay, that's like... Yeah, no, that's fair. Making them is still a bunch of oil.
Mm-hmm.
There. Table, I entrust you with the care of my drink. What?
You'll notice it was between Table and Saf, and Table got the job.
You were eating.
I'm also me right now.
Well, also that.
I should not be entrusted with anything.
See, saving you from myself. Saving me from yourself.
Mm-hmm. The second one.
Yes. Okay, so now that I do have a recall point now. Now that I have a recall point, time to investigate that construct that tried to shoot a rocket up my nostril.
Wowza.
What?
Wowza?
Oh, wowza, okay.
What it sound like?
I wasn't sure. Maybe like, how's that? Or Elza? Yeah, okay, it was you, I think. I think it was you.
It was totally him.
You seem like someone who would shoot a rocket at me.
Do you have any rockets?
I might have a rocket on a stick. Let's find out. No, I don't think I do anymore. I think I used that on the place that you died at.
So I also learned that you can attach rockets to arrows.
Have you done the shrine where you need to attach a rocket to your shield?
Nope,
Ah,
not
okay.
yet.
Okay.
But I get its deal.
Do you?
I mean, I get the concept of attaching a rocket to your shield, I guess.
Okay.
But no, I don't get its deal.
Because I thought I did, and then it did something akin to what I expected, and I still was not prepared.
No, I don't get its deal. I'm just saying I thought of attaching rockets to shields.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But yeah, no, not at all.
You should. Do it. Do it.
Oh. There we go.
No. Is this also a... Oh, that seems doomed to fail. Wait, isn't that where I just came from?
Too short.
Oh goodness, okay.
There we go. Almost. Oh my god, my butt is too big for skirts. Okay.
Okay, bye! Is that Boomy actually leaving? Or is that Boomy just commenting on the,
Change of shift, I'm off to bed.
Oh, okay. Meta is now in charge as
Night,
advocate.
Boomy.
Alright, good night,
Love you.
Boomy!
Thank you for stepping in.
Yes, thank you for showing up, stepping in, stepping up, showing in. All the ups and ins and ups. And outs. And butts. And cats. And butts and cats and butts and cats and butts and cats. Okay. Alright. I think, though I am not sure that I have sufficiently rated this, and can now attempt the puzzle. I don't know, sometimes they hide...
What?
Sometimes they hide treasure chests in very dangly places.
It's true. It took me forever to figure out why there were all these new, like, weirdly flat rocks.
Right? Before you saw one fall and it was like, wait a minute.
No.
Wait, what weirdly flat rocks?
Like, other than the stones that you use to, like, break rocks and stuff when you fuse them to things, there's also flat ones,
Uh-huh.
which you fuse to make axes.
Oh, the axe rocks, yes, okay,
Axe rocks.
sorry. The,
Trying to get myself to stream, but keeps checking it out. Oh, Meta! Make sure that you post it to the self-promo so that we all know we can come support
yes! Yes, if you need some psyching up beforehand, we are happy to do that for you.
you. Meta, Meta,
Meta.
Meta.
Meta should stream.
Meta should stream. Meta should stream.
I would frankly love to see a stream.
Absolutely.
Even if it's just you, like, crafting. It doesn't have to be you playing video games.
Meta. That'd be great. Why is this arrow here? Where are you
What a
here,
good
arrow?
question.
Arrow, why?
Alright, what will you give me?
Are you another arrow? You are. Why?
So many things. Wait, oh no, those are time bombs.
Oh, you got rockets.
Small wheels. I got
Ooh,
rockets
I do not
and
know
a
what
light.
that one is. I definitely don't have those things.
Yeah, I think I've got a few more components than you probably. I'm not positive, but I think so.
I mean, you did a bunch of Sky Island stuff that I haven't done, and I did a bunch of underground that you
I was about to point out, yeah, that you seem to be favoring the depths and I seem to be favoring the Sky Island. So, I mean, that really does make sense. That we would each have so many
Those
different
two
things.
are facing each other? No, they're not. Hang on. What the fuck? What are you all pointing at? I swear to God, if you're just pointing at a Korok, I'll kill you.
I'm sorry, a cork?
Korok.
A Korok, right. Doing an art stream.
For my commission piece.
Oh,
nice.
yeah. I am.
Yes.
This is my Zelda.
You're currently watching Kit Zelda. Saf is playing a little Zelda down here on the...
We swapped out our switches.
Yes. We swapped out our switches, because I was dying a lot. And now I'm eating.
Oh, there's the dangly chest. Found you. Found you.
Oh.
Oh, okay, I see what I'm gonna have to do. That's fun. Ooh.
Oh, it's a chasm.
It's a chasm.
Is that sarcasm?
No, that's our chasm.
What's sarcasm?
It's not that chasm? We're here.
This is
It's
my
there.
chasm.
Wait. It's not jointly ours?
Okay.
Let's see. I was thinking of doing a similar dare as last stream. The stream seemed a little less die than normal. Wait.
Mine is very die. This is now Kit playing to protect me from you because you can't see me die.
Oh, right. I see. I see. Yes.
Because of all of the tequila they made me drink. And then I
You-
needed to take like a bunch of naps on the next day.
Yes, you did. You, yes. You definitely did a number on Zeph here.
I needed naps. I wasn't hungover.
Good.
I wasn't sick. But
glad
I was
to hear it.
definitely tired.
And all for drinking and alcohol you hated.
Tequila is gross.
Heresy. See, I also like tequila. I have no problem doing tequila shots. I even
Gross.
like them. But
Gross.
I recognize it's not everyone's jam.
For example, mine.
Safs. Yes.
Gross.
Tequila are not the jams of Safs.
Not big on jams.
What about marmalades? Was definitely hungover. Oh. Okay, so there's the jam. Anything else I can read? No. No other plants. No other nothing. Okay, I think that's it. Just grab the gem and go. Yeah, I'm definitely focusing on sky puzzles rather than combat right this moment. Although, maybe I'll go down and do some combat. Who knows?
I think it's not just you who's like, there's so much in this game that I might not do so much, like, depth and just, like, run around at a lot of things.
You think other people are saying the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, there's so much to explore. Like, I'll get to the depths. I know it.
Seagrams?
Seagram's cocktail. Also, sake, but haven't opened it. What is a Seagram's cocktail?
Yeah.
Explore! So this is an interesting cocktail, which I just made for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it works out. So it's gin and the Italicus Bergamo liqueur, and it was and maraschino cherry liqueur, so Luxardo. And it was supposed to be creme de cacao with some orange bitters, but I swapped it. So now it's orange curacao with Aztec chocolate mole bitters. And I think it works. Oh, Seagram's cocktails in a can. I see. Okay. 12 pack of 100 cal drinkage. Yeah,
It
right.
does taste good. You're right. It
Yeah.
does work.
Yeah. Yeah, swapping the orange and the chocolate still works out.
It's quite good.
You like it? Okay,
Yeah, I do.
I will add that.
Yeah. Huh, well, you know.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. I like it.
It's very nice and it's also very unexpected.
Yes.
It's like a surprising taste. If that makes sense.
I'm not sure I have the same expectations as you. Ooh, diamond, yes.
Oh.
What? Diamonds have a 25 fuse attack power?
Isn't that
Holy
amazing? Because
shit.
they're extremely rare.
Yeah. Damn. What? Like, can you name what was unexpected about it? Or is it just like the whole thing was
I
kind
think,
of...
yeah, I think that
Okay.
more that the whole thing was more unexpected of a flavor.
Okay.
It's not an easy flavor to conceptualize or
Yeah.
describe exactly.
Okay.
It's surprising. I like
It is surprising. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
As opposed to like shocking based on like, you know, the ingredients. More like it's surprising how well it works
Yeah.
and how many flavors you taste, and as opposed to tasting like very clearly like a thing.
Mm-hmm. The apple cider I made last night also made applesauce. Yes! Think of making an applesauce shot and making my friends drink it. Oh, an applesauce
Holy
shot.
shit.
I don't know.
Look, I just did a bunch of like climbing and this guy came up on
Yes!
the stuff I wrote.
Yes!
A Nadra actually.
A Nadra?
Not even a Faroche. Come on, give me some wind.
Alright, you should be able to hit it now.
Give me some wind.
Nadra does not seem to do wind for whatever reason. Nice. Oh, there it is. Ooh. Did that land? Oh god, thank God it didn't land in the ocean.
It's fine if it does. It'll float.
Yeah, you just have to swim out to it. Oh, that was easy to get. A claw.
That's what I was aiming for. It's always good to get something other than a scale, if you can.
I didn't even realize claws were an option.
I've noticed that you did not notice that. No, there's horns which you get by hitting the face, and there's claws by hitting the hands and stuff. And there's scales.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so does it look like there's anything up there worth grabbing? No. Okay. What do we have over here? Not sure. Could be wolves. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. There's one thing that I have not done here, and that is tried this power.
Amiibo! Did your amiibo arrive?
It did not. So
Oh my god, you're just gonna use your fox.
My fox amiibo. Fox.
Fox?
Okay, so bunch of random shit.
Have you ever used any amiibo in the other one?
Just this one.
That's what happens with most of them.
Yeah.
Unless, but you gave me the Zelda ones.
Yes.
So I've used those on the old one, but I haven't used them on this one yet.
Oh, you should do that.
Not right away.
Fair.
I want to.
Tax.
I want to at least open the map before I start using them.
Okay. Can't fault that. Oh, hey. Right, we have something which can send me. Full
That?
send. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Forget about it.
I did. Suddenly a lot of these places are a lot more accessible.
Yeah.
Okay, like this
Exactly.
one right here. Oh, and I don't know what that one over there is. Probably, well, it might work. Okay, so let's try getting to this
Ooh,
one
time
first.
bombs, huh?
Yes, time bombs.
Your favorite.
delicious cocktail.
No, I'm so glad you like it.
I really do. I only have one 2-ounce shot of the gin left.
Oh, I heard that. Yes. Oh, that's rough there.
Wait, what's rough?
They only have 1 2-ounce shot of the gin left.
It's not rough. I mean, you wanted me to make it go away forever, right?
I mean, I did, but then
So
you
it's
liked it.
almost gone. So I've been working on it very hard for you. I've been trying to eliminate it from your world.
Well, I appreciate your diligence.
Yes, it's gone now. I've almost taken care of the big bad gin for you. You don't have to be scared anymore.
Yay! Oh, wait, are these the places I've already been? They might be.
I am really struggling to have lost Hira's path.
I know, right?
You don't know, right? You know what it's like to have played this game for like hundreds of hours and been like, ugh, I can't play this game anymore because I just keep going to the same places. And then having Hero's Path and be like, this game is brand new! So many things I've never found before, and then have it taken away again.
Ah. Oh, right. I don't have... At least I don't think I have
Some
anything
fire
that
making?
makes fire. Got a magic rod.
You have tons of things that you can throw.
Well, okay, so I do actually have some flint, which I could just drop.
But you could also just like throw fire things.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
Yes, I am.
I can just throw a fire thing.
R.
Thank you.
Hold R. There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
You're
I forgot
welcome.
about that.
I helped.
You did.
Yep, it's because I have had to play.
Big Bad Chin, yes.
It's the big bad gin when huff puff puff, woof woof blow. He huffed and he puffed.
Is
He blew the kit down. I don't know. What?
Sorry, I just love that that's the way your story goes.
I just assumed some lewd into that.
I mean. Okay, we can also see what you are.
Today, I decided that I had played enough of the game to watch, to finally watch early game, tips and tricks stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I'm glad that I did, because I think I watched a 15 early game tips and tricks thing. Ooh. You have 3 hours.
Ooh, might be tough. No idea where that thing fell. Can you
It
see it
wouldn't,
from
though.
here? Oh.
There it is.
Oh, that's way far away.
You
Do I
can
have
use your
anything in-
your scope to find out how far away it is. As in, you can use your scope and drop a pin, and the pin will find it.
Oh, yes,
And then
yes.
you can look
that's
at your
true.
map and see if it's actually very far away. Try to do it on the yellow. What?
Nah.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, no way. Do you decide when we switch back? Or if we switch back?
Yeah, actually.
I like that. I like that. Perfect.
Cool.
Yes. That's a good way of doing it.
Okay. Let's remove you.
I
Set
love
a pin
you.
here. I love you too.
Poor Kit. Been all sad and lonely with his COVID in the corner here.
Mm-hmm. It's been the worst.
Kind of has for you.
Look, it
Does
would have
kinda
been
suck.
it would have been 1,000 times worse without Tears of the Kingdom, okay?
You know what? Yes. Tears of the Kingdom helped a lot.
Yes.
Thank God. Honestly, it's kind of crazy lucky of you to get it right as Tears of the Kingdom dropped. And to get better at, like, right as you've played a bit of this and are on your way to Vegas.
Yeah. No, you are absolutely correct.
You gotta tell me, though, okay, here's what you gotta do.
Okay.
You gotta record your playtime before you leave,
Mm-hmm.
and then tell me how much playtime you did actually just get. Just a little bit in between, little bits in time. Just like when you're like sitting around and when you're like, oh god, everyone else is asleep, I'm awake, or like I'm waiting on the line, blah blah blah. Just like I want to know how much you get in that time that you're gone.
Okay.
I do.
That seems reasonable.
Yes, I'm reasonable. So they tell me.
Okay. Anything over here? Because this seemed like a beacon here, right?
Yep.
It sure seems like a beacon.
Yep. Well, there's a hole.
There's
always
hole.
the thing in the hole.
Story of my life.
I learned a bunch of cool little things that I didn't find spoilery
Okay.
because they were nice little things. Do you ever are on the map and you see caves?
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed that sometimes the caves get checkmarks?
I have not.
But if you do look at your map, you'll see that there are caves with checkmarks.
Okay.
Well, wait until you look at it. Look at it. Okay. We can go to the. I mean, you could just go to the island there because there's caves there. See? Now zoom in. There's check marks on this cave. See?
Oh. Huh.
Right? They like you sort of see them, but you don't totally register them at first, right? That's what happened to me. You
Yeah.
have check marks. The check mark, it turns out, is because those bubble frogs. There's a bubble frog in
Oh.
every cave.
Okay.
Turns out, which I would have never thought
Yes.
on my own.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it turns out that it's like finding the treasure chest in the shrine from the last game. If you find the bubble frog in the cave.
So the
Yeah,
bubble
check
frog
mark.
does not regenerate with the blood
No,
ring.
not at all.
Oh
Absolutely
shit. Okay.
not. No, it's a collectible. Of course not. Collectibles never regenerate.
Damn it.
You thought they would?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really don't get you really don't have the thing that I have with this game where I've played the other one so much that I understand the language of it.
Yep.
A collectible would never regenerate. A thing that is not red in an NPC thing is never the answer to the puzzle.
Ha.
Especially if there is a red thing.
Also, I've already been here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, damn.
Whoopsie. See?
Oops.
See? Travelers
Switch.
switch. Path.
Yes.
Heroes. Heroes path. Here. You'll find that I am dying in the cold.
Maybe being on the big screen will help.
Yes, it will. I'm
Also-
sure it will.
I am tired of the costume change since Boomy is gone.
Was it Boomy? I think it was Meta.
I thought it was Boomy.
It's definitely Meta.
Damn it!
It's fine. You changed. It works. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. It's another thing that I learned. Equip. No, let's do a nicer one. Equip. Equip. Alright, I'm gonna do something cool.
Okay.
Where'd it go?
Well, you can't take it out here. It said.
Why?
I don't know. It just said you can't take it out here.
Maybe because it is. Yeah, I think it's because it was a slope.
That would make sense. What did you just do? You just put lights on yourself?
Nope, I already have the lights. This is why I have the lights. It's for something else. No,
Oh.
the lights are useful.
That, yes.
That's why I have the lights.
Gotcha.
Do you gotch me, though?
No.
Didn't think so. Because you still haven't figured out what I did.
Did you put on rubber armor?
Nope.
I'm trying to see what you took out, and I can't.
I know.
I see a ruby on your shield.
Yes, you do.
I see... Oh, is it a fire emitter on your...
Nope.
No, it's not. That's your bow. No, what did you take out?
I will show you presently. Pay close attention.
Yes. Soldier's shield, okay. You're cold.
I am cold.
Ruby shield. You're fine. Ruby shield to the mind's eye.
I'm fine.
The ruby has fire powers?
Yeah.
Oh. That is kind of cool.
Kind of cool. I am basically fire. I basically have warm armor right now. Kind of cool, ass.
Hey now.
Sanctimonious so and so. So even in the original Breath of the Wild, the the thingy, the material description for Ruby and Sapphire and all that stuff, they always said like has the power of fire, had the power of water. That always had it there. But
Yeah,
there was
they
like
did.
basically nothing that you could do with it in the old game.
Oh.
But in this one, because you actually have the fusing powers, it does actually work.
Okay. Oh, I'm so glad they actually like put those things to use.
It always seemed like it was planned and they weren't able to get it to be ready in time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Which is why everyone says, I think quite rightly, that this game feels like, this game makes Breath of the Wild feel like a tech demo. Which is completely accurate and not a knock on how good that game is.
It is phenomenal. In fact,
It's about how ridiculously good this game is.
Space Babe sent me a video this morning that just made me crack up with some dude like trying all this shit in Breath of the Wild, and you've probably seen it already.
I haven't.
But, oh.
What
I mean,
is
it's old. It's old.
it? I still don't think I've seen it, but what is
Okay.
it?
I'll show it to you.
Tell me.
No, it's just a series of clips of this dude just trying all sorts of wild shit in Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild shit. There is no other description I can give than that.
Most of the Breath of the Wild stuff I've seen is informational. So I
Oh,
probably
okay.
haven't seen it.
Wait, most of the Breath of the Wild stuff? Oh, that you've seen is informational. Okay, I see. It was just you who taught me Help Horse, so, you know.
Wait a second. What do you mean?
You're the one who showed me Help Horse.
Yeah, that was Zach
Mm-hmm. So I figured you'd seen a lot more of the. Like,
Oh, that's a very
entertaining
different
kind of-
thing. No, that's
Yeah.
that's before I knew about Twitch. Zach Scott.
Mm-hmm.
No, Zach Scott is his own thing.
Oh, gotcha.
He wasn't like someone I watched clips of. He's like the only person. Like before I even was aware of Twitch, I watched Zach Scott on YouTube, just like hours and hours and hours of like full gameplay stuff.
Mm-hmm. When I first got to that final shrine in the first Sky Island, I evaded Varus, and then saw a different, more convoluted, but more like apparent by the path that they designed the level way of doing it. Whereas I just like ascended straight through a floor, and I was like, "Oh, cool, I'm here." And I just found that place again. I was like, "Ha! I bypassed all that."
For the first Sky Island shrine,
Yeah.
I have no idea which way I did it, but usually it's not the correct way. I find that usually later.
Yes. That does seem to be your thing.
Well, I can taste the chocolate now.
Yeah, oh good.
Was that comment because you didn't like the ass comment
Sorry, what?
earlier? Hey now.
Yes,
Yes, it was.
that was.
Okay,
Right.
got it.
Thank you for checking.
Thank you for telling me.
Get producing 100 crystallized charges. 100 crystallized charges.
What are you up to?
I'm trying to see
Find
how
out right now.
see how I can expand my energy thing.
But how many do you have now? That was my question.
1.
You have one?
I have 1 crystallized charge.
Yeah, I have like 86.
Crystallized?
Read 'em and reap.
Whoa.
Read 'em and weep.
Okay. Yeah. No. You've been much more productive than I have. Jesus.
That's right.
Oh, the distant depths of the world below. Okay. That is its original source. That explains it.
Well,
Literally. Energy well.
I almost...
Energy well.
Well, I suppose I was almost impressive.
No, it is impressive. Compared to my paltry 1? Yeah.
At least it was mysterious.
Ha. The sky is so pretty.
Mine's boring. Look.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Wait, check your map.
Oh, wait, what?
Check your map. Oh, well, not this low. Okay. Yeah, no. Sorry.
I was just like, look, it's boring.
I was like, surely not. It
No,
cannot
it's
be.
just all gray. Oh yeah, that's why. They did
Oh
it
no!
this way.
Oh no, stamina! Oh, thank God.
Never go anywhere without it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Gonna make some more, in fact.
Uh-huh. Not a bad plan.
For real, in Breath of the Wild, I used to never go anywhere without it.
First, Halo Jump Korok Ring.
Halo jump?
High altitude, low open.
What's a low open?
So it's
Is that like a... Hold on. I don't know. Never mind. Answer.
high altitude. So it's something I've seen used when people are talking about military operations, where they will fly a plane at very high altitude so that it can't get shot down as easily. People jump out of the plane at the high altitude, and then fall to an almost terminal point, and then open their chute at a low point close to the ground, so that they're not just sitting there. So it's I get the impression it's used to deploy people into combat zones. I don't know if it's actually used or not. I see it in a lot of fiction. No idea if it's actually used in current military.
Like when we were watching
tactics.
Star Trek and it was like, blah, 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 unilateral extradition.
Unilateral extradition.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
that makes no sense. And I'm going to look that up right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do it without quotes, you get the sort of one-sided extradition treaty from 2003 between the US and the UK. And if you do it with quotes, you get Star Trek.
Yes.
Because it makes no sense.
Why would anyone agree to this?
Yeah, it's nothing. Unilateral extradition is nothing. Because, like, even the closest thing that, like, Google thinking about what you might mean by that was like, okay, do you mean, like, one-sided? That's still not the same thing. Unilateral, like, and like, the episode was pretty clear that this is what it was suggesting, is like, we don't even have to ask you, we can just abduct someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because it's not saying what,
We have
actually...
free range to do operations within your borders.
What we do have, which is like, we can be like, we've caught this person, and we now tell you that because we have an extradition treaty, you have to give them to us. And like, yeah, then kind of we don't have a ton of choice. We
Right.
do have to.
Yeah.
But it's still not unilateral in that wild way where it's like, we can just walk in and do it. We don't even have to mention it, or
Yep.
file anything, or hand you anything. Which is, like, very, very much what the episode was implying was the difference. That's
Look,
clearly why they added the word.
Diplomatic immunity covers people, right? People bringing other people as...
I think you might want to drop this one.
Okay, yes.
Diplomatic immunity is only for people.
No, I mean people like carrying people inside a suitcase. That's what I meant. Yes, diplomatic immunity only covers people, you're right. I was trying to make a joke that was not quite coming across.
I don't think it was going to work.
No.
I mean, I sort of see where you were going, but I was just like, but it would cover the person who put the person in the suitcase. Actually.
Yes. Wait, hang on. No,
Yes.
because diplomatic immunity is granted to a person, but if there's someone else traveling with them, they don't, the immunity does not
Well, what I said,
extend to them,
what I
right?
just said was that it would still cover the person carrying the suitcase.
Oh, yes, right, exactly.
So it's like, yeah, no, that person's fine.
Oh, shit. You could carry someone else in a large suitcase
Yeah.
and be fine.
You can do fucking anything if you have diplomatic
Shit.
immunity, basically.
Shit, okay.
Diplomatic immunity is kind of a huge goddamn pain in the ass.
Well, there's your unilateral extradition.
Yes. Yes, if you had someone with diplomatic immunity, they could perhaps do unilateral extradition. I.e. kidnap someone.
What is this oversized and slightly squirming luggage, sir? Diplomatic immunity.
But they could still keep the luggage. Fucking, it's like customs, right? Like, they can just take your shit. They don't have to let you, move your things freely. Even if you're allowed to move freely.
So it does not extend to your possessions. They can keep your possessions?
I mean, they can already do that, diplomatic immunity. Diplomatic immunity, all diplomatic immunity means is that you can't be tried for a crime. That's it.
Ah, okay.
That doesn't mean that you're not, subject to stuff like customs.
Okay. Because the way it's always portrayed is you can't search my shit.
It's fuzzy.
Okay. Okay.
it's so diplomatic immunity. So here's the issue with diplomatic immunity. In fact, makes it very easy to commit crimes
Right.
because you can't do a lot of things that you would otherwise be able to do. That controls for crimes,
Right.
and you can't charge them with crimes either. But like, in theory, I'd have to check. Like, customs is not like illegal per se. It's like border control.
Right. So you still could not, under diplomatic immunity, bring an invasive plant into California, for example.
You would still like have to declare it, go through the process. You just couldn't be like fined for doing it.
Well, and presumably it would also be confiscated, right?
Right. Like, I suspect that it can be confiscated. It's not that you can, it's that you
It's
you
not
can,
that you can flagrantly violate the
say,
laws if you were in the
you
police force.
kind of can flagrantly violate the law because you can't get in trouble for it, but you can't, like, get away with the crime per se.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like, you can't get...
That makes me feel a lot better,
My
actually.
understanding of how it works is that, yeah, like, if you try to bring something, like, it can be confiscated at border control or whatever, but you can't, like, be held, like, you can't be fined or anything.
Uh-huh.
You can't, and you definitely can't be jailed. You can't be tried. You're immune from, like, a lot of you're immune from the legal repercussions, which is why a lot of people can do it.
Right.
And get away with a lot of things. But it's like, I think it might be a fuzzy line where it's like, you can't just do crimes,
Yeah.
but you can't be punished for crimes, which is why, like, you know, if you have diplomatic immunity, you decide to get into the, like, shady business shit, that's, like, one of the most valuable things you can have.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the most part, even if you get caught, no one can do anything about it. You can just do illegal shit.
Right.
You can do illegal shit, but like, yeah, you can do illegal shit and get away with it, but, like, personally, they can't put you on trial, they can't jail you. Which for the most part means you can do anything, but, like, you can do smaller things, like seize the illegal thing or whatever.
Okay. That definitely does put my mind at ease.
I would
somewhat.
have to double check, but I think that's how it works. Certainly
It
haven't.
is much different than how they portray it in
Media.
Yes.
They definitely portray it as, like, you can do it. And, like, you kind of can. You can't be held responsible for anything.
Sure.
But I don't think that
But it's not like you can just,
extends-
like, smuggle a crate full of AR-15s through,
What the
through
fuck is
customs.
this? Jesus.
At least it doesn't have hands coming out of it.
Yeah, thank God. With a bunch of middle fingers with eyes.
Yes, exactly.
Did you freak out when that first happened?
I still have not encountered one of those.
Oh, you've only seen it on mine? That's so weird because I literally... I encountered my first one, like, 2 seconds after getting on the ground.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
immediately.
no.
Immediately.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's no good.
So I'm shocked it hasn't happened to you yet. Maybe
Nope.
it's just because of my chaosing.
Oh, I've seen the thing, for sure.
On
I
your
just...
game.
On my... What?
On your game or on my game?
On mine.
Okay.
I just steered well the hell away from it.
The first time one appeared in my game, it was, like, on top of me.
Oh, yeah. No, and I kind of caught that out the corner of my eye.
And that gave you some ability to avoid it?
Well, no, I saw something, but at that point I didn't have the context to really register what it was, and I was like, I can't be seeing that correctly. That's got to be a weird angle or something. Like, there can't possibly just be this, like, roving red-black spot on the ground with hands coming out of it. That's got to be just something weird.
On your game or?
On yours.
On mine. Gotcha.
And so I, like, just caught the very edge of it. And then on my game, it was when I was in Kakariko Village, and when I was, like, just kind of wandering away from the Talus that the Bokoblins had repurposed into some kind of, like, war mech, that I ran into, or, like, saw in the distance that one thing, and I was like, wait, that seems like a weird portal to the depths. Let me zoom in on that. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh no, running the other way. But fortunately, I managed to use my telescope or
It's
whatever it's called.
Terrifying and way too hard to, like, physically run away from an escape.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's essentially, as far as I can tell, it has the same emotional, like, point and impact as, like, a Guardian Stalker from the old game.
Yeah, no
Where it's just
kidding.
like, it's the terrifying thing that, like, you hear the music and you're just terrified. Just like, it shows up and you're just like, oh my god, I'm in hell
No!
and probably screwed. And if I survive, I'm just, like, thanking my lucky stars.
Right.
As opposed to just like, oh yeah, no, I'd like to beat it. It's like, no, I'd like to survive this encounter. Only I have no other designs. I have
Yes.
no other goals. Just survive. Oh my god, clearly Zora has been polluted.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Gross.
Oh, what the hell was that just fell past?
Yeah, no, it's
What
just,
are all these?
that's the thing that I was saying with that black pool of gross. That was a black pool of disgusting.
That was where the Van Ruder was. What? You just missed a chest. Back.
Thank you. Damn. Oh my god, I did. Hello. Thank you.
Yeah. Seeing eye boyfriend. Ooh.
Seeing eye boyfriend.
Ooh, I don't think I
Hoverstones,
have
those
any
are new.
hoverstones.
No idea what that is.
Very cool. Okay. Even more glad that.
Yeah,
you mentioned
damn,
that, yeah.
that's new. Man, stupid skirt.
You can change back too, if you want.
Sounds hard.
Sounds hard. Probably is.
But I almost
Not
made
worth
it to the Zora Kingdom. Why would I change my skirt? This is my lucky riding up skirt, I guess.
I mean, far be it from me to say anything.
Right? Ew, this stuff is gross. Well, that doesn't hurt
Yeah.
me.
But
It's very
still.
gross. Look at this.
Ugh,
It's just gross slime.
that really is, yeah.
Hey, it's my first one of these.
Oh no! Wait, what? Oh. Wait, what?
Wait, they're falling at different rates?
Oh shit. Nice. One more.
Yay.
Nice.
Hooray.
Hooray. How are you doing? Do you want a refill on the cocktail?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Happy to get you one.
Yay.
Yay! Oh, this one's going to be a little bit different because I'm out of gin, it turns out.
Do you want to just make yours a double and give me that back?
Sure.
And then you could, like, pour half of yours into mine. Since I'm still working on mine and can't make the same thing.
just slightly different.
Okay. Mostly it's just that what am I going to drink while you're making that?
Ha!
What?
A fair point you raise.
Right? That's what I thought.
Oh yeah. Hey, it was Gnarly Vines Infidel.
You were right. Damn, you're good at that. I'm sorry I said something that you found mean.
It's okay. Thank you for checking.
I didn't mean it that way.
I know. Love you.
I love you too. I have to readjust when I haven't been around you in a bit.
Yeah, it's been way too long since we've been able to be together.
It has. And I do have a very special kit-specific, like, vocabulary. Because I'm from New York.
Oh right, yes, you
And
are
you're
from New York.
And you're from Iowa.
And I'm from Iowa.
And, like, I legitimately, like, I say things all the time that you're like, huh. And I'm like, wait, what did I say? I said normal things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I come from a place that is famous for being kind of like, you know, kind of rude. So I really don't mean anything by it. It's just me talking.
Hey, I'm talking here.
Exactly! Who are you? You're green and pretty. I like you even though you're a fish woman.
Oh, is this the new person that Letty was going wild over?
Well, her name is Chroma, which I
Okay,
love her. She's
immediately,
green
yes.
and purple. She's green with purple and gold. I love her. She has horns. Sort of. They're little fishy stickles.
Fishy stickles?
Fish stickles.
Fish stickles. Wait, I think we ate those in elementary school lunch.
Ew. I'm so sorry. Everyone has been treated now, but we've used up all the splash fruit. There were more injuries than anticipated. Please accept my apology. Kira, you have nothing to apologize for. You did what had to be done. Most importantly, I'm grateful that everyone is alright. Oh my god, no, her name is Kira. Chroma's the other person. That's wrong. Your name should be Chroma. You're so pretty. Colored. Now, if we could only do something about that statue. You there, are you a traveler? I am sorry that I did not notice you until now. I was focused on a matter of great importance. Zora's domain is in troubled times at present due to sludge falling from the sky. Things have finally calmed down, at least for the moment. However, this place remains covered in sludge. Such a shame, as this particular statue is so incredibly important to the Zora of the domain. Oh my god, you're so pretty. We were just discussing how we need to wash away the sludge. I apologize that I cannot provide a great deal of hospitality. Please do make yourself at home here. Yeah, her name is Kira. That's not Chroma.
Oh, okay. Wait, but it said Chroma.
Well, the other person that she was talking to is Chroma. I was listening in.
Okay.
Chroma is this one. Even though you look much more like a regular Zora, why aren't you Kira and her Chroma? See, look, this one's Kira. This one's Chroma.
The purple one? Oh,
This one's
okay.
Chroma, and then this one's Kira.
Oh, the green one's Kira. Okay. No, wait, the green one's Kira?
Yep, that's Kira.
Oh, the blue one. Khira.
Yeah, the green one.
Wait, hang on. No.
This one is Kira.
Wait,
This
that's
one
not the
is Chroma.
What's the one in the middle?
Who cares?
That's Kira.
Wait, then what the fuck is you? Who are you?
What the fuck is you?
You're right. Who the fuck are you? You're right, we don't know her name. When she spoke, because she did speak, there was no name. God damn it. Oh, you're pretty too, you have purple. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Resco, I like you. You're purple.
Pretty fish.
Pretty fish. Lady Yona. Wait, is that Lady Yona? I like her. This is where I used to do all of my cooking. I probably won't now because it doesn't have like the most convenient shrine anymore next to it.
Yeah, I know, right?
But still. Yay. Alright, Let's read the adventure log. You arrived in Zora's domain only to find its people struggling with the sludge falling from the sky. The statue in the center of the domain holds significance to the Zora, and it's dripping with sludge. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, can't use that. Ew. Okay. I have one thought.
Yeah?
I have no idea if it'll work. It did!
The splash fruit that they were talking about?
Yeah.
Yes! Good. Awesome.
Okay. There we go.
Splatoon Hyrule Edition.
Boop.
Boop.
Where's yours? Oh, there it is.
Yes.
In truth, that statue depicts the majestic forms of the pair who saved this cherished domain in the past. Oh my god!
Wait, what?
It's Prince Sidon with me on his back, like we did when we were saving, when we first,
Oh!
yeah, we had to ride on Sidon and
Yeah.
there were all the blocks coming. That's right. The beloved Prince Sidon of the Zora and his very best friend Sir Link, the heroic Hylian swordsman.
Oh my
We
god.
kind of are best friends, okay? Sidon and us.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
It's something wonderful, is
True
it not?
facts.
How I would love to meet him someday. Say, you have a similar stature to the Hylian hero, similar eyes as well. Oh my, and you are also a Hylian. And a swordsman. Wait. Holy shit, some Hylians could make a good scam of this place.
Yeah, I know, right?
Are you Link, the swordsman of legend? Ahem. Please remember to mind your manners, Chroma. Oh, and please accept my apology. Yes, please pardon our rudeness. It sounds like she has a voice actress. She does. I'm quite
Oh-ho.
surprised to learn that you are the legendary swordsman, Sir Link.
We expected him to be taller.
Yes, exactly. I've heard mention, although we're on the statue. We're little.
Yeah, fair.
I have heard mention of you nearly every day since I first arrived at this domain. I'm sure that they think that all Hylians are short. I am Prince Sidon, oh forgive me, I'm your best friend. Beyonce! No wonder you're awesome and you look so good and I love your little, like, oh my god, I love your little neckerchief thing with the purple.
Oh,
your
and the thing over the eyes?
And the thing, oh my god, I love all of it! I love all of it! Look, she's got the little horns, she's got the little purple there, and here, and she's got the little thing, and there's the, and it's gold.
Fish furries are going nuts right now.
I love it! Could we be Sidon on whoever she is?
Yeah.
Just say yes.
Yes.
I love it. Oh, it's so cute.
I love it too.
Yeah.
He-
Yona! I love you! Look at her little purple things on her ears like it's hair thingies. Oh god. And she's got little white stripes on her. Oh my god, I love her! Everyone was freaking out when Sidon happened. I'm so glad that we have our own
Yes.
girl version now. She's
Yes.
awesome and I love her.
She is.
Yeah!
I love the idea. If you do not mind, I ask you please go and meet with Sidon. Absolutely. I'm certain that he would be delighted to see you. Look at her, like, hair skin. I mean, her dress skin.
Yes.
So cute.
From Polyamorous Mountain.
Polyamorous Mountain.
We love Polyamorous Mountain.
We do love Polyamorous Mountain.
It's true. I love you.
I love you too.
I do enjoy wearing this dress.
It's a good dress.
Yeah. No, I'd have to go all the way back to the bedroom to find
No,
shorts.
which we should be doing in not too long anyway.
But it's not even one yet.
It's true. There is Gogglebox.
I thought that was for after the spicy times.
Well, sure, but how...
Oh, there's a new structure up there.
Oh. Okay.
Yona! I like you. Oh, I watched a whole video about the creepiest thing, the creepiest side quest in Breath of the Wild, and it definitely creeped me out the first time I watched it, and it was very interesting to watch.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think you did it. But did you ever do a thing where you had to babysit where you had to do sort of, essentially a
Escort quest?
an escort, yeah, essentially an escort mission with a bottle, with a message in a bottle.
No.
Yeah, I thought it seemed like you did not have to do it. Okay.
No, I, in fact, did skip that one.
Yep. It was a whole thing where, like, Zora was sending, message bottles back and forth with somebody.
Okay, wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping, and I believe that this is the case, that they're making you earn the sensor. Because it does appear to be confirmed that they're making you earn the Master Sword. Which, yeah, like, the point has been made that the Master Sword is actually pretty easy to get. Like, mathematically.
In this?
No, in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, in Breath of the Wild. Okay.
Yeah. Like, whatever any individual person, felt like, the number of shrines, especially if you do literally any Divine Beasts first,
Mm-hmm.
which just give you one full heart,
Right.
which is, like 4 fewer shrines. And the number of shrines that you have to do compared to the number of shrines that there are, it's like a fairly small percentage, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially since you're given very, very early on the, like in Hateno, the ability to trade your stamina for hearts.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Which
like,
you can't do below one full circle, right?
No.
Right. Yeah, you can't.
But the point is that, like, you don't need to, because the number of shrines that you need to do is not huge.
Right. So I know the answer to the question about the sensor, but I don't know if you want me to say yes or no.
Sure, go ahead and tell me.
Yes, the sensor is something you unlock.
That wasn't the question.
Oh,
I think you misunderstood the point of my question.
I think I did.
Which probably made everything else that I said make no sense.
Yeah, now I don't know.
Because, like, obviously you can get the Master Sword in the first game as well.
Yes.
But what I was saying is that mathematically people have pointed out that it's actually quite easy for the Master Sword.
Yes. Before that, what were you saying? What was your point?
I'm
before
saying
that?
it was relevant. Which, again, I'm saying you probably thought it was just an ADHD wander off into another topic.
No.
Okay. So, I'm saying that it is relevant, that I'm saying that the Master Sword was mathematically easy to get.
Yes.
And that in this game, what I hear, but I don't know any more details about this, is that the Master Sword
is much more of a trial that feels more appropriate
Okay.
to getting it.
Okay.
And I'm feeling like if that is the tone that this is setting, they're probably going to appropriately also make it a little bit tougher to get the sensor than it was in the last game. Number one, because we expect it. In the first game, you didn't know you were going to get it, right? But now they're expecting that everybody who's played this game has played that game.
Mm-hmm.
And so getting the sensor with a little bit more trial than the first time, I could see them making that choice.
Right. Right.
So that people who would feel like just sort of like, oh my god, there's a sensor, I feel like I should go get the sensor because it'd make everything easier, and then like that easiness actually comes at a huge cost
Right.
in the gameplay experience. So does that change your answer?
Not significantly, but
Okay.
a bit. Yes. Yeah. It changes it from a binary to a
Slider.
spectrum. Yeah.
But yeah, basically the question that I was like, I know you get it, but
Okay.
I was wondering if instead of it being like a thing that's like, oh yeah, in the first immediately you're probably going to unlock it, that like you kind of have to go through some stuff and unlock. Cause like I thought all you had to do was go to Hateno, and I went and fucking Goggles wasn't there.
Right.
So I went back and Goggles is still hanging out waiting for research. So I'm like, okay, so something here has to happen story-wise so that Goggles will go back to Hateno and give me the sensor. Which means that it's actually blocking off my ability to have the sensor until I've done more stuff.
Right. Right.
And I don't know if it's like I missed something really glaringly obvious and easy, or if I'm right that they've like tried actively to make you play without the sensor for a little longer.
I believe it's the latter. Yes.
Good. That was what I was meant. That's what I meant by it. That like you have to actually work for it, so that you can't just like skip to being able to find all the things that you need and just not explore anymore on your own wits, which is clearly what this game is for, and it's just too easy. Wait, all I had to do was talk to fucking Yuna? I think I might have actually accidentally maybe done a thing without. Sometimes I do that. I'm gonna read the quest log and find out what happened. But hot damn, I'm gonna be able to get to those islands now.
Mm-hmm.
The ones with waterfalls. You used the ancient arowana! There it is. I knew there was something. Perfect.
Nice. That's gorgeous. I love it.
I thought so. Let's find sign on. Too slow. The report. Okay. The waterfall is still waterfall-y, right? I mean, it's still water. So if I dive in, I can still climb up it with swimming.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Wow.
Where?
I like the other hand.
Yeah.
My god, that used to be like the only way to go up really, really fast was to find a waterfall to climb.
I know.
Now we have just like a climbing thing.
I am really loving this ascend power.
Yes. So good. I also find it very adorable that like the more sort of like weird the surface it is, the more trouble he has getting through it initially.
Yes. Also that.
Also, I have got to be like I was so impatient last time, but I've got to be better about actually listening to all the humming, because it's adorable.
It is.
I actually know more of the tunes than I thought that I would.
Yeah.
I thought that
they're
I'd be
couple
like,
of-
I probably not know them, but then it turns out it's like, oh no, I remember this.
Yup, exactly.
Like I know that
I
one.
loved that one.
I know the ones from Ocarina of Time. All right, where to from here? You.
Hmm. Oh my god, is this a Pokemon Battle Arena on the top of the Temple of Time?
Okay, that does seem so. Oh my god, we should just battle Koroks against each other.
We should battle Koroks against each other. I love it. Yes.
Have you ever seen Laputa? The Castle in Sky?
Yes, I have it.
Such a good movie.
It is such a good
I
movie.
remember watching it and being shocked that it was as good as it was, as old as it was, you know what I mean?
I can see that. Yeah. No, it really is
It
phenomenal.
was so good. I cannot wait to take you to the Ghibli Museum.
Oh, yes.
Laputa is well
Well represented.
represented.
My favorite was always sort of the spiritual sequel, Nausicaa. Valley of the Wind.
Nausicaa, I know what Nausicaa
Yeah.
is. Nausicaa was after Laputa? I thought Nausicaa was first.
Thought it was after Nausicaa.
I thought that Nausicaa was the first movie.
I could be reversing the two in my mind.
I've always thought of Nausicaa as like the first Miyazaki, like non-Lupin the Third.
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy to be corrected if...
Nausicaa is 84.
Yeah.
Castle in Sky is 86.
Okay. Nope, I had the two reversed in my mind.
Okay. Yeah, no. The reason that you broke my brain is because I'm like, but Nausicaa's the first movie.
Yeah,
There is nothing.
Nope.
Nausicaa is the spiritual successor to nothing.
That is reasonable. That is totally reasonable. And yeah, I didn't even know that when I first saw it, and it still captured my heart in a way that I think that a lot of the others just haven't quite done.
When I was in 11th grade, I did
Not to say they're shabby.
Sure. I would never accuse you of such blasphemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. When I was in 11th grade, I did a report on every single Ghibli movie for English class.
Nice.
We were assigned an oral report on basically anything, and what I did was all Ghibli movies.
Nice.
Which is why I have more straight up facts than I usually do, like the order of things.
Yeah, no, fair. Okay, so this battle arena has nothing, which means it's clearly going to be something
Sometime.
at the end of the game, right?
You think so?
Or mid-game?
I mean, does it look like I only barely glanced at what you showed me? It looked like it might have been something that looked sort of battle arena-y or just architecture. So maybe you saw more that looked like it was more battle arena-y than I saw. It could be the. Okay, no, it has stairs and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, you know
And
what?
a central rotunda for something,
It could be
for throwing out your Pokemon.
I was gonna say it could be the site of like a final or major confrontation
Mm-hmm.
with Ganondorf.
Exactly.
You're pretty sober, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell me all the Ganon lore that you know? Or
Oh, very little.
exactly.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. You've seen me do it. It's fun. Not that one, but just lore you don't know.
Lore I don't know?
Yeah. It's fun. I have proven the concept.
So, Ganon is this evil force which seems to crave only destruction. Doesn't seem to have a plan after that. Like the 5 year, if Ganon were to go into a job interview and be like, "What's your 5-year plan?" It'd be like, "Well, year 1, just wreck shit, and years 2 through 5, I don't know, sit on top of a castle or something. Like, I'm good, bro. Like, just pay me to sit on top of a castle. You need a castle guard. I'm your man. and that's my 5-year plan.
Wreck shit and then sit on castle.
Wreck shit, sit on castle. Keeps on being like foiled by this Link guy, so I don't know why step 0 of wreck shit is not defeat Link. Find anyone in Hyrule named Link,
Kill all of them.
beat them all, then wreck shit and
That's
sit
very
on castle.
Voldemort, actually. If only he had thought to kill Neville.
Yes. But like that's the thing. Like I just started thinking about this a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually an adversary will have some reason for doing what they do. They'll be like, "Oh, I want to rule the world. I want to egomaniacally like form things in my own image, or I'm the only one who knows how to get shit
Save
done,"
the
which
world, yeah.
honestly sometimes is actually the truth.
I would love to know your examples of that, because I'm curious as to how much we agree on ones you choose.
When I come across one in popular media, I'll let you know. I can't summon any to mind right now.
Okay, but none of them are, I'm sure, none of them are,
Okay, look.
Thanos. None of them are Thanos.
None of them are Thanos.
I didn't
No.
think so.
No.
Neither are mine.
No. However, I was very sympathetic to the ultimate villain in DuckTales.
Woo.
Woo!
Who's the ultimate villain in DuckTales?
The accountant.
Oh, the new DuckTales.
The new DuckTales, yes.
Oh, she was awesome. Allison? No, not her.
No,
The other one.
the old one.
Sean.
Yes, exactly. Who was just like, look, all of this is costing a lot.
Yes.
This isn't how you run anything.
Yeah,
like,
no, it
just
is not.
listen to me. Look, I have to found an evil villainous agency to
Just to make you cut costs? Fuck!
Fine. Sympathetic.
Absolutely.
I do not get the sense that Ganon is cut from the same cloth. And I can't understand what the end goal is. Like, after
Okay.
a couple of times trying this throughout a couple of
Question number 2. So you've talked about Ganon some.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Ganondorf?
Well, much like the German town of Dusseldorf is a town full of people named Dussel, I assume that Ganondorf is the town where everyone named Ganon comes from, who
And-
tries to take over Hyrule in the various
And
Zelda
whoever
games.
succeeds is the actual Ganon.
Yes. The Ganonist
Is-
of Ganons.
Is Dusseldorf actually a town full of Dussels?
As far as I have experiential knowledge, yes.
So you went to Dusseldorf, you met one person named Dussel, and you left?
Accepting steps 1 through 3, yes.
Wait, what are steps 1 and 3 and 2?
Went to Dusseldorf, met a person named Dussel, left.
So you did not go to Dussel or leave Dussel, but you met a person named Dussel from Dusseldorf?
No, well, I said also accepting step 2.
So you skipped all of the steps,
Yes.
but you met a person named Dussel.
No. I never said that.
So you did none of them.
Exactly.
So you didn't do it.
I didn't do it at all, but I,
I
assume
see.
that Dusseldorf is a town of people named
understand.
Dussel.
I see. Okay. Sure.
And whichever of the Ganons from Ganondorf actually succeeds will become, the reigning Ganon, and everything else will be sort of cast in the light of this Ganon's
Oh my God, look.
escapade, so it'll be the canon of Ganon. The Ganon canon. Better if he uses a gun, so it could be the canon of Ganon canon.
You have to light my elbow.
Hang on, where's that flint? Okay.
The cannon got bored and wandered off.
I've got some flint here. Okay, let me hit it now.
The cannon got bored and wandered off.
Oh.
Do you know the difference between Ganon and Ganondorf?
Mm-mm.
Not at all?
Nope, I thought the two were interchangeable.
Not even a little.
Not even a little. Space. No.
Oh my god, I could jump into that thing.
You could jump into that thing if you time it right.
The saving thing is gonna be happening.
Hmm.
And the whole thing is gonna be happening right now.
Ooh. You got it. No. Yeah. Yes, you got it. You got it. You
God,
got
there's a
it.
thing right here too. Hey. You got this one, right? Because I think I saw it off the
No.
top of my head. You did?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I thought I saw you getting this one. Maybe I just mixed it up with something else.
I think you mixed it up with the freediving one.
Yes, because I know that this one was from the trailer, and so was that. That's what I mixed up. Because I saw
okay.
this from the trailer too.
Gotcha. Okay.
I am so glad that I watched the trailers, by the way, because I don't feel spoiled.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff that.
There's so much stuff that it does not matter.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I respect the people who did not want to.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what's that new thing?
I know, right?
What's up?
It's empty.
Oh, here. Let me fix that.
Yay! Now we even find out. It's a beam emitter!
Oh, nice!
Oh my god, it's the things. Sorry, I'm thinking of Ocean's 12. The least good Ocean's movie, even though I like all of them.
Ocean's 8 was pretty solid.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Ocean's 8. I'm
Oh,
talking
you
about the
need to.
3. I'm talking about the 3 with the same people.
Mhm.
Ocean's 8 is different people.
Yep.
Hooray! I love that these have different things in them.
I know, right? And that you
makes
can
it
see on the
so
map.
much less tedious than it would be. That's genius!
Yes.
Oh my god. And then to make it stop, all you have to do is...
Yep. Wait, and there's a hole there?
Oh. We need that to align.
Oh, interesting.
This game is so much fun! I love you.
I love you too.
Yay! So many things I'm just very happy about.
Ha.
Oh right, I suppose I should maybe register this for when I inevitably fall to my death.
I mean,
What?
not a bad plan.
Any chance it's a blessing? I'm gonna go ahead and doubt it, but... Ow!
Oh no.
Nope.
Yep.
I'm not in a shrine kind of sobriety. As in having any.
Yeah, not so much. That does not seem to be your thing right now.
I've never tried hers on. I think I did a long time ago, actually. I bet I look adorable in it.
I think you do.
Yeah.
You look adorable in basically anything, so.
I mean, thank you. Wait, hold on. You got to be kidding me. I don't like that stopped. That
Ha!
changed. Alright.
Area reset.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, right. I have to actually stop that, even though I don't care so much about my battery. I do need to actively stop it. Alright, part of the question is, will it...
Blend?
What?
Will it blend?
What are you talking about?
Wait, have you never seen Will It Blend?
For fuck's sake, what is that? Oh no. I'm sorry, I'm rude. I'm off my game at the moment.
No, No. That was a fair expression for
For fuck's
The-
sake, what now?
the media. Bullet Blend is a series produced by... I can't remember. Oh, you're dead. Wait a minute. I can't remember what the place was. Was it Ninja? No. It was some like blender manufacturer that would just put various increasingly improbable things into its blender to see
Wait,
if it
hold
would
on.
blend.
Did they put like a Switch or an iPhone shit in?
Almost certainly, yes. That's the sort of stuff that they kept on.
Okay, yeah,
on
no,
doing,
I take it back. My reaction was completely appropriate.
Yes, your reaction was completely appropriate. You are correct. No apology necessary.
Thank you. Luckily, I don't feel like I have to figure out what is going on with this because I can teleport here. Fuck yeah. Have I ever told you, like, the other reason I curse so much?
No.
It's gonna be one of those things where it's like, it's obvious when you think about it.
Because you were so discouraged from doing so growing up?
I was not discouraged.
Forbidden?
I was forbidden in the way that in my specific circumstance meant that I would get outrageously overly extremely punished. And like the effect that had on me, plus my ADHD, which means that I don't have great impulse control, which means that
Right.
once I started to actually like pay attention to what I use my impulse control on, one of the lower priorities was making sure that I didn't curse.
Ah.
So as a result, I end up cursing a lot because it takes impulse control that I entirely use on things that are more important than not cursing.
Yes.
And that I was so traumatized by growing up in a household that thought that the best way to control me was to make sure that the punishment never fit the crime.
Right. It was
So-
always much worse.
It was always much, much, much worse. Like being grounded for 3 months or 8 months or whatever for like an infraction of any kind where I was like not a perfect kid in any way. And when
Yeah.
I say not a perfect kid, I mean like in weirdly tiny ways. Like
Sure,
when I
yeah.
told friends about it, I didn't know how bad it was until I went to college and told people about it, and they all looked like that look of horror that you get that people get when they're like, I think you've been abused. Like that kind of horror. Yeah. So as a result, like my control level. Kit, did you get hot?
Ha! I did.
I mean, look at him.
No.
Did he get hot? He's always hot. Oh, wow. Hey, you told us to change, and we did. Doesn't
We
mean we don't
did.
get to change back or to something
Never
else or whatever.
Exactly. You never said we should stay.
Exactly. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, both the fact that I have very limited self-control beans and every single human being who knows curses only ever does not use them because they are, using some kind of self-control bean to not when it occurs to them to use it.
Right.
That's how that works. So I don't use any of my self-control beans on not cursing, partially because I was so deeply traumatized into being overly sensitive to using them. Because of the over punishment. And then I had the whole weird thing of like, yeah, then I'd be around my parents and like they didn't have any leverage over me anymore when I was an adult.
Right.
So it was like, yeah, no, you can't do anything to me now. But the main thing is that I have a limited number of self-control beans. And I've never found it useful to use them on cursing. And if I'm around anyone who's bothered by it, then I'll use them. But until I know that I am, I won't. Because I can use those self-control beans on 1,000 other things that are useful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do curse all the time.
Oh, I know you do.
Constantly.
I know you do. Yeah.
It's like a thing that you have to actively ask me to not do. And if you do, I will.
I'll
The
try.
only time that I would ask you to do that is when we are
Fighting.
fighting, exactly.
Which I totally get now, but I needed you to say that to me because, like, believe it or not, you are the first person to not just hear it as Sun is talking. Sas is talking. I know, I don't care. It's fine. Oh my god, one moment, one place, one spot, hang on.
Wait, oh my god, I just had that too. Oh, that is...
Yes!
Oh, yes, nice!
Found it! Thank you, Meta. I bet it's a huge ADHD thing. Where it's like, look, it's exhausting to not curse. Please just tell me it bothers you because I'm not going to assume that it might bother anyone because that would mean it's the only thing I do. No, I think it's really reasonable to not like it if I curse when we're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, they are just words. So I never mean more hostility by them, but it's extremely reasonable for you to hear more hostility from them, and it's very reasonable for you to ask me to respect that.
Right.
And I'm happy to respect that.
And I understand, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, as long as the thing that we can agree on is that I respect that you experience more hostility from it,
Mm-hmm.
and you respect that I literally find them to be just words.
Yes.
But they're words that I can honor my bond with you
Mm-hmm.
and love and respect you enough to recognize that it hurts you and stresses you out if I use them in that particular context.
Right.
And so it is worth me using beans in that context.
In that context, yes, exactly. But not as a general
But as a
course.
general rule, it would
Yeah.
be a lot.
Yeah,
And I would
absolutely.
do it
And
if you
I
really
would never
needed
ask
it.
you to do that as
But
a
I'm glad
general
that
rule.
you wouldn't because you
Yeah.
recognize that it would not be a small thing for me to do.
Yeah, exactly. The payoff would be far less.
Yeah, it's the same thing as asking me to be, like, on time, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you actually wanted me to be on time. Like, you know to ask me to, like, you know that the ideal situation for the two of us is instead of asking me to be just on time as a matter of course, that I know that if you ask me to be on time, it's really important.
Yes, exactly.
Because you
And
don't do it most of the time. And if you do, I will do it.
And I really try to save that for when I really need it.
I'm glad that you do, because it means that I will absolutely not let you down when it
Yeah.
comes up.
Yeah.
And I hope you recognize that I've been on top of that, right?
Yeah, you really
I'm
have.
extremely like we're going to like airports and shit. I'm just like, I'm ready. Look, here's all my bags.
Yep.
I'm fucking ready.
Assume
Why are
nothing.
you still putting on your pants?
I assume nothing. I stopped running other people's feelings because I'm bad with social cues. Ah.
No, I'm
Sounds
with you,
familiar.
Meta. Like, and it's not just you. Like, some of it is possibly brain chemistry, and some of it is just that like people aren't consistent across all that shit, right? Like, people aren't all the same. And it's easier if you have a certain kind of brain to not like have a wide. I think that the people who can follow social cues have a wide net. It's not that we can't see them; it's that it's too wide a net to cast all at once.
Yeah.
With like, for example, people who don't curse like in all social situations are like, if I do this, I'll be safe. They don't recognize that for me. It's like that's a lot. That's a whole lot to always do it. So I try to make a smaller net. I'll try to not do it in front of kids.
Yes.
Where people get more pissed. That's a smaller net, right?
Yep.
So it's easier to control in a smaller... And I, by the way, still fuck that up often. I just did it!
Oh. Mwah.
My wife just tells me that something starts like 2 hours behind. I know!
Yeah,
My
yeah.
dad did half an hour
I've definitely employed that before.
for a very long time. So I'm fine when you do... So here's the thing that my dad did when that was a mistake. He used to do, like, I think 10 minutes
Oh, wow. Okay.
to wake me up
Mm-hmm.
every time. To the point that I noticed, which was a mistake.
Yes. Because
He
then you
did it-
have to advance it even
No,
more.
no. It's not that you have to advance it more. It's that he did it actually every time. To the point that he said it, and I heard 10 minutes later, and it didn't matter anymore. You have to employ it chaotically. That is the only way it can possibly work. It cannot work. When I say every time, I mean weirdly consistently. My dad always added 10 minutes to every single time. He'd be like, "It's 8:60." He wouldn't, because that's 9 a.m. It's 8:50, and it'd be 8:40. And he did it every single time to the point that I stopped hearing the new time, and I was like, this only works if you lie part of the time. and tell the truth other times. Otherwise, my brain is not. It's just gonna do the math.
Yeah, exactly, and that is 100% true. That. Oh, okay. That apparently has a range. That it needs to be done chaotically.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, yes, you can just adjust for it mentally, if nothing else. And
I need to pee, which means let's switch.
sure,
Hey. Yeah.
switch. Switch the switches. God, the Switch is such a fantastic piece of hardware. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to run away from that. Just so damn easy to drop in. Alright, Waterbury's going to attack me, I'm sure of it. Oh. Wait, what were you? What was that I just picked up? Part of a skeleton? Okay. That's different. That's what I'm looking for. There you are. Summerwing butterfly. And what are you? What?
Are you aware that your bathroom got abnormally dirty since I've last seen it?
Yes. COVID.
That's what I thought. I was like, I did not know that you do so much otherwise. Look at that.
Wait, hang on. Oh my gosh.
That's just a tissue of wiping down a couple of surfaces.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah, no, damn, your COVID. I didn't know that you did so much when you felt well. Which is not an insult, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that you keep so tidy when that's clearly a low priority, because
Yeah.
I do a lot of it, but you do a lot of it too, because that was worse than I've ever seen it. Man,
No, it's
COVID.
been bad. It's been bad with COVID,
Well,
yeah.
it's better now.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate
Well,
it.
You're very welcome. Maybe I will stay and tidy while you're gone.
Oh, that's really sweet actually.
Yeah, I mean, like, girlfriend needs a little attention, it seems like.
Cause yeah,
It's
damn,
true.
I didn't realize.
It's
Like,
true.
I think I thought that the buildup that happens in the bathroom was mostly just like, you don't really do that very often. And you don't do it very often, but you clearly do it more than never.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
The tidy.
I've never seen that much dust.
No, it's
Built up, dust and hair and grime and stuff just built up in your bathroom.
Yeah, I only just did laundry yesterday, and I'm.
Hey, Destrar!
Hello, Distra. Your bin. Yeah, it's
And yeah, no shade at all. I just like it's the opposite of shade. I'm extremely impressed because it means that normally you're doing a lot more than I realized to
yes.
keep that bathroom clean. You have a very, I guess, dirt showing bathroom, like dust showing bathroom.
I mean, it's all light colors and
Exactly, and
yeah.
and there's something about your floor that sort of like seems to do the thing where it like attracts like bits of hair and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, it really
And,
does.
and like into each
It
other and turns them
really
into little
does.
clumps because I'm always just
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna wipe the floor.
No, I've always noticed that.
And the side of your tub, yeah, was just the side of your tub, the back of your toilet, and like I didn't even touch the toilet plunger cover thing. It was just covered in dirt.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. Like, man, give you like 8 days and shit. This whole place is just like, the whole bathroom is just like, wow, this is what this would look like if you were like me.
Yep.
It's like you have half a cat.
I mean, basically, yeah. You're not far off.
Yeah, I know. All this is like half a cat of shedding. All this, half a cat of shedding. It's not even a white cat.
It's not even a white. Well,
I'm kind of lying because you have light surfaces. That's why I said white cat.
Yeah.
For me, the white surfaces are the problem. I mean, the white cat is the problem because I have dark surfaces.
yes.
My white cat is the one with the long hair too that sheds everywhere.
Ah,
Yeah,
moonlight.
no, Moonlight's the big shedder.
Moonlight.
The big shedder.
I like that they make the cursing fist while still moving with the two Switch controllers.
See, now you know why I do it. Why I play like this, and I'm just like, I can do anything. I can dance. I can do it. Aw, meta and discharge. Aw. Do you want to give me any goals to try to hit while you're gone, streaming wise?
Let's see. I'm gonna be gone from
That's a talus.
Wednesday evening. Sorry, that's a talus.
I mean, it looks like one to me.
Sure does, doesn't it?
Yep. Camera will tell you for sure.
Wednesday evening to Saturday evening. I would say in that time you should be able to stream at least twice, right? Yeah.
When I started streaming earlier this month,
Mm-hmm.
when we got back,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was reasonable. So there is so they revamped some stuff at Twitch, and there is
Mhm.
now a goal for having an average of 15 viewers,
Oh, okay.
which I thought could be a good goal for like the end of my year or whatever, or for some time.
Sure.
But then like after the first few days, I sort of stopped getting good numbers.
Okay.
So now I'm wondering if I should like start working harder on getting better numbers, or if I should just keep the stream habit as my goal.
So this is an NDNT difference, I
Okay.
think. My guess is that getting the habit will be the first step to you getting that viewer average.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't necessarily say that for me as an NT. Not me as a meme, but like for an
I
NT
get what you
person.
mean.
But yeah, for you, that's
Habit.
yeah. Would you agree?
The thing is, this is one of those things where I'm very glad that you've gotten to know me well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to only ask you for, like, when you didn't know me very well, I used to only ask you for advice when I already knew the answer.
Right.
And I just needed you to reassure me of the answer externally.
Okay.
And more recently, I'm allowing you to do an actual check for me.
Uh-huh.
What do you... Okay, let's go quickly over your stamps. What do you use your stamps for?
Tower. On the ground. On the ground, tower. Up here, these things. The actual star-shaped.
There's more than
Islands.
one?
Oh, yes, there is.
Hot damn. I
Yep,
just found my
there's-
first one right now.
There's one in every area.
God damn.
Um,
Wait, have you independently noticed that there's one in every area?
uh-huh.
But they're not aligned with the other towers.
Let's check.
Nope.
No. What's here? Nothing. That I know of. And then here we have shrines,
Sure.
which is what you
Which
told
I
me to start
begged you.
using.
I begged you to do.
Yes.
I begged you very hard to please use these for shrines.
Right, exactly.
I'm right though, right? They look exactly like shrines.
Oh yeah, hey, there is that other star one right there. Whoop, sorry.
Yeah, there's nothing underneath it. You're right.
Where is? No, that's the skydiving one. That's the one I was just at. Ah, this one. No, hang on.
No stamps. So stars for towers and star-shaped islands.
Where's the one that we were just recently at? Not that one.
No stamps. No stamps at all. Nowhere.
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 Oh, wait, hang on. Where's that one?
That's a star island. You said it already.
Yeah, I said it already.
Yeah, we don't. There's none there. You can see the whole thing from here. None. N-U-N.
I have more than that unlocked.
On the top floor? On air? Is it just air?
I thought so.
Looks like no.
Huh. How did that not happen?
I don't know. Wait, do you mean that you did more stuff there?
I thought... Oh, wait, there we are.
Because I was going to say, that doesn't mean you have the map, though. You only get the map if you have the
tower.
The tower.
Yeah, exactly.
Not... So you might have gotten stuff and not gotten map for it.
That is possible, yes. But I was also looking for the one where we did the thing together. Which was not this
There it is.
one.
No, it's not. That's water. That's wrong.
Courage Island.
Wow, you've done a lot more Sky Islands than me.
Yeah.
How have you been getting to them generally?
Towers.
Towers. So, like me hopping up from a tower and then, like, as you're falling?
Yep, exactly. And then I just, like, sail over.
Gotcha.
Come sail away.
Sail
Come
away.
sail. Sail away.
But yeah, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm... this
There
is
it
the
is.
one I'm looking for.
West Nakuta.
Yeah,
this is the one that I did.
Is, there we go. I meant to mark this as a great mining place. That's what I've been meaning to do the
Oh,
entire
a mining
time.
place. Oh, good. So you took my advice about using that for mining.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
a good idea, isn't it?
I did. Yes,
It's a good
and
idea.
it is.
It is a good idea.
It is a good idea.
Yeah, to make those for stones.
No.
So, there's also a new stamp for like a line with a dot.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you click on a thing so we can look at the lists?
Okay, hang on. Let me delete that. And see if I can...
And you can go to edit.
Oh, wow. Something is... Okay. There we are.
It happens when you're not.
No, delete that.
What are you trying to take a picture of?
I did not even realize I was in camera mode. I thought I was in this
That
mode.
explains muchly. There it is.
There we are.
Alright, and then we can go to edit pin.
Oop. Edit pin.
Wait, you want it from the... Yeah, surface, that makes sense. Okay, so the number 3?
This guy?
Yeah.
The
Have
thing
you
that
used
looks
that
like
at
a
all?
person? Nope.
Okay, I've used that for towers. Heart I've used for things that heal me. So like, which I do find useful when I'm running around. It's like, oh, right nearby there's like a hot spring that will heal me if I like sit in it or something.
Mm-hmm.
I've used the skulls obviously for mini bosses.
Yep.
The leaf for Koroks.
Yep. Same.
Yeah. And I think that I'll probably end up using the sword for like cool weapons, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Any weapon that will
That
respawn.
you can respawn, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That you can farm. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just curious about how you were using them, seeing if we were roughly aligned.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
I think that basically my stick with the dot is like towers, and I think like extremely major points of interest, because at this point there's too many points of interest, so I think that's my like bigger, more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's towers, and I think I'll start using it for like the bigger points of interest.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Especially so you can understand when you're like, oh my god, more of those fucking incomprehensible arrows that point to each other. Do you know what they mean? Are they pointing to a middle up thing in the middle of them?
Why?
Sure seem to be.
Why? What do you do there? Oh, I get it! No, wait, I know what I found there. Let me see. If you find the same thing, then I know what it is. Go for the exact. Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I found too. That's what it is. They're always Koroks. Did you find the second location of the Koroks?
The second location of Koroks?
Sorry. You know, Baraka guy.
No, I haven't. Hestu.
Hestu. I did today, and it was like, oh my god. Seriously?
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those things that's like weirdly extremely obvious.
Ah. He said he was heading east. I have not put in the time to explore that too much.
And which makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. But it's also much more... They're not trying to hide him.
Okay. Cool.
Like, the first game, it was like, oh, you had to sort of like come upon him a couple places
Yeah.
before he fell to his thing. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to ever move from where he is now,
Uh-huh.
but they're not hiding him
Okay.
on the second place.
Cool. Good to know.
I'm not fighting an Igniotalis until I have more ice shit.
Yeah, right. Alright.
Okay, look at your leftmost number on your map.
1446?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is where I was.
Oh my god. You went all the way over here.
This is where I was. It was not negative 1500.
Oh my god.
It was positive 1500. And it was wrong.
It was very wrong.
It
Wow.
was.
You went very far out of your way.
It was so wrong. See, I thought you'd find that entertaining.
I actually do. Yes,
Oh,
thank you.
you.
Let me just grab this shrine. Oh,
You're a
was
sweet,
that?
sweet- I think it was. Look for it. You're a sweet, sweetie pea. So you think that I should just do more stream habit stuff?
Yes.
Ooh, you.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
It'd be tough, but you could do it.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to though. I mean, I feel like there's enough. I don't know about you. I feel like there's enough opportunities for star pieces in this game, more than there were before.
There seem to be a lot more. Yes. But
The fact that there's a plate.
worth running for. Let me see if I can actually make it. I wanted to bag this as a teleportation opportunity.
Right.
Oh boy. Hi.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
It'd be nice to hang out here and tidy a bit.
Yeah. Girlfriend would definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. Plus, you're in the middle of all this like reorganizing and stuff, and I can be like, "This is a temporary place for this. You can move it."
Yes.
Because it seemed to help when I did it with their Dyson stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, you completely unlocked something for me there.
Yay! I'm glad that I have
And-
permission to do like stuff like that. you
And
know?
that is something that you are very good at is unlocking those contentious, like, I can't decide kind of things in home
Often-
reorganization.
Often it's just a matter of me being like, just let me try a thing.
Yeah.
Just let me look at it. Like, let me do it, and you can look at it. You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to pressure you. Just let me do it once so you can see it.
Exactly.
And that is all. With your bedroom, it made a huge difference.
Yeah, it really did.
I was so happy to help with your bedroom because I love it so much more now. It was great before, but it has that sublime feeling now
Mm-hmm.
of being like sort of transcendentally right.
Yes.
All the little details are right now, and I just feel so happy there.
Oh, good.
Maybe I will stay.
Yeah. No.
I should have fed the cats more, but still. I wonder how much I lift from here to yours.
fixed costs. Not so much that I can't afford it. I'm doing well.
Yeah, definitely
I'm
not.
doing
a
well
whole lot.
now. That was more of a me like, can I go and come back?
Let's see. These disappear at
feed
5
them
a.m.
more.
The star pieces disappear at 5 a.m.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you have no chance.
No, not at all. Not a chance in hell. Hello, Ryan.
Right now, hello.
Yes, I am.
He's doing pretty well. He had a very, very, very faint line today, and it was after the 15 minutes, so we're not 100% sure.
It was
But
like 3 or 4 hours after the 15 minutes.
He's well past the 5-day mark of, like, recommended for
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
Although I have told Kit to hold off on the extreme making out with tongues and stuff. He hates it.
I do.
But I assume that when guidelines are set, they don't anticipate that you make out like you're, like, horny 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Which Kit likes to do literally every single time I ever see him.
Wow.
He's a big make-outer. And so Kit was like,
It's so easy with
my
you.
line
It's
is
so...
gone. My line is gone. Can I see you, please? And I was like, well, it's been like 6 days since you first tested positive, and that is the thing. But you can't tongue make out for minutes and minutes with me like you usually do, because all I'm going to do while we're doing it is picture a whole bunch of little COVID cells just like getting into formation and just like marching and just like yelling, freedom! And trying to like invade me.
Yeah. The person who gave it to me also tested completely negative today and will
Good.
be going back to her job tomorrow.
Excellent.
Since she is a nurse, they control for that pretty
Pretty
heavily.
aggressively.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, the guideline for eaters at this point has been 5 days from your first positive test.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
you're well past that. You're like 6
Yep.
and a half, 7.
Yep.
Pushing Daisy's cellophane kiss thing. I mean, here's the thing. Like, Kid is just a big kisser. That's it. It's just that Kid is a very big kisser. And I'm like, look, kiss less. It's fine.
Kiss less, smile more.
I would
Never
never
let them
I
know
would
what you're against or
never
what you're for.
I would never tell anyone to smile.
Yes.
Because I am a woman. $24.
Oh yeah, that's like nothing.
It would be $50 to leave and come back. But I could also ask our friend that lives near you, see if he wants to hang out with me.
Oh, that's true.
He could pick me up any day and hang out with me, go feed cats with me, and come hang out with me here, and then go home whenever he wants.
Turk also got back tonight, but she is jet lagged and sleeping.
Of
Ah,
course.
Yes.
Well, we love Turk, and I named a horse after her.
Haha. You did.
My only horse caught in this game. It was beautiful, and I was like, what viewer could I name this after? And I decided it had to be Turquoise Dog.
It did have to
So
be.
I
Turk.
named it Turquoise DG. And then I immediately texted her with a picture of it, where it was just like, look
Aw.
what I did. I caught a horse. Turquoise DG. Yay. Oh, good. Right now, that's wonderful. I'm glad. You're going to
Okay.
join her.
Yeah, we should actually also probably be.
It is
ending
1:15.
stream. Yeah, it is 1:15.
And I'm done with the drinks you gave me.
Oh, okay. I should catch up then.
You say that, but you gave me half of yours.
That is true.
Hey, don't run away.
You okay there?
I caught it. I was trying to get away, but I got it.
Good job.
Yeah. Oh, I kept meaning to ask and I never managed to. Do you want to do, GoFest with me this year?
When is it? Absent anything else, yes.
August 26th. And 27th.
That's very far out. I suspect I probably will.
It is not the weekend after, but the weekend after that of when you're in Prague.
Sure, and
And
the
it is
weekend,
also the weekend before Dragon Con.
the weekend before Dragon Con. Okay.
Yes. So if you would like to do Go Fest, that's when it is.
Okay,
I have my ticket.
got it.
I am formally inviting you to also do Go Fest with me. I would enjoy doing it with you. It is fun to do together.
Yes. No, I really love doing it with you.
Yay. As far as I know, you don't have other plans.
Right. Alright, let me reach the top of this peak, see what I can see, and then we will end the stream and head to bed. Sound good?
Head
Head to
to bed.
bed. Exactly.
Yeah.
I should drink more.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I feel like I'm behind.
You're not. You only feel like that because you're bigger than me. Especially lately.
I should drink on someone my own size.
Exactly. Seriously though, especially lately. The past, 2 weeks or so, I've been getting drunk faster.
I have wondered about that. Yeah, it seemed a little bit like that on stream.
No, it's been completely true. It's been, shockingly too quickly.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
And I think it's because there's a couple of things that I think are the reasons.
Are those eyes?
I know, right? What the fuck?
That's a little disconcerting.
It is.
Right there.
It is. You're right. Anyway. You know how I was on some medication that was causing me to gain weight?
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped taking that?
Yes.
And we came back, and I just, I went sort of back and forth where I started eating a lot of food, then I was eating less food and whatever. I think something in all of those changes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since, when I was cooking well, and then I sort of struggled to, get food to work after that because I wasn't cooking, but then I did not have, the backup crutch either because I thought that I would cook.
Right, right.
And I was sort of struggling to eat as much. I think that somewhere in there is when it started to happen.
Oh, okay.
So between that, there were two things that were happening. That and sleep was getting a little inconsistent.
Right.
If both food and sleep are inconsistent, I think I'm more likely to have a drunk tolerance that gets a little bit funky.
I mean, that makes sense, really.
Exactly. And the sleep has actually been better. Overall, usually my sleep issue is bigger.
Okay.
And I think that overall my sleep issue has been more controlled than usual.
Okay.
I've been figuring some stuff out. I've been sleeping in my own room and without the cats and leaving and sleeping on the bed and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a bunch of things to ritually go to sleep more.
Right.
It's been doing a bit better
Okay. Good.
because of that. But then the food has been extremely all over the place.
Okay.
Because I've been, trying to not order food, but then if I haven't cooked food yet, then sometimes I'm like, oh no, I have to sort of scramble.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
that makes
yesterday
sense.
I did not eat, I'm not proud of this. It's not a good thing, but yesterday I ate chips. And I think nothing else.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because, I was like, I'll eat the food. No, wait, that was 2 days ago. I think yesterday I ate eggs.
Okay.
Yesterday I ate eggs.
Wow.
And, I ran out of bread,
Uh-huh.
which I had been toasting when I make eggs.
Yeah.
But I found a hamburger bun. And I toasted that. So I ate 4 eggs and a hamburger bun.
Okay. That's, I mean,
And the day before that, I ate chips.
that's at least something. That's at least relatively filling.
Believe me,
But still,
when
not
I say
the
that this,
best.
when I became dangerously underweight, this was
Yes.
5 times the food I was eating at that time, right?
Right.
This is still enough food that I know that I'm merely failing from a an executive dysfunction level, not
Right.
from a dangerous level.
Right,
I've
exactly, it's
experienced
not.
what that feels like.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I ate a bag of Doritos in
Yeah.
a day and a quarter. That sustained me through one of the problem periods, and 4 cheese scrambled eggs plus, a hamburger bun
Yeah.
is not bad for me.
No. Definitely not.
That is much better than 2 pieces of chocolate and water, which used to sustain me.
Yes, I infinitely prefer that.
Exactly. But yeah, and then the last time that I really, really ate, I had ordered from actually Starbird. I'd gotten 2 chicken sandwiches, and that was over 2 days.
Oh wow, okay.
So 2 days, 2 chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I was eating a lot more maybe 2-3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to like eating maybe 60 or 70% of what I was eating back then.
Uh-huh. Okay. I mean, look, the important thing is that you are eating and you're getting, like, significant nutrition.
The thing that is good, the thing
Yes.
that is the reason you don't need to worry,
Uh-huh.
and why you can recognize this as regular SAF dysfunction that I just need to figure out a routine around,
Right.
is that when I get my hands on more food,
Mm-hmm.
for example, as I did tonight
Mm-hmm.
with the food that we ordered,
Mm-hmm.
when food comes to me and I don't have to figure it out and that's not the reason that it's a problem,
Yes.
I eat a bunch more of it to catch up.
Yes.
And because I have been doing that, I'm not yet worried about me.
Yeah.
It means it's just an executive dysfunction problem, and I'm just trying to get enough nutrition to, like, manage until I can get food.
And that has definitely been my read.
The problem comes in when I'm not trying to do that and when I don't want more food.
Right.
Right now, it's just I have not figured out a way to get into a pattern since we got back from Scotland, and I was cooking a lot, and then I missed some cooking, and then I was like, oh god, if you cook all the time, you have to buy more food, and that's another...
Turns out
that if you make a bunch of eggs every day, your eggs disappear, like, real quickly. Which I hated.
Who knew?
Exactly. So it turns out that the problem with being good at cooking is that you then have to add shopping. Then you have to wait for the shopping, and then you have to keep being good at cooking even after you did the shopping. It's
No.
a bunch of executive...
It's a scam.
It's a bunch of executive functioning shit that I'm not great at.
It's an executive scam.
It's an executive scam. All executive stuff are just executive scams.
Yes. It's true.
So yeah, I have been struggling a bit, and I think that the ways I've been struggling have been contributing to the getting drunk more easily than usual. But I also don't think that they rise yet to the level of worry.
Yeah, I mean, that all tracks, and I agree. They don't rise yet to the level of worry.
Right now, they're still within the parameters of normal SAF chaos of just, like, I do lots of things in my life, and every time I need to adjust to a thing, sometimes it's tricky. I haven't fully adjusted from coming back from Scotland, because when I first got back from Scotland, I was extremely on. And that was amazing. And then I adjusted back to real life, and I was like, oh my god, now my routine involves cooking every morning? What the fuck?
Yeah. No, that
Where
was
are the
surprising to me
eggs?
too.
Where are the eggs? They're gone! And then I was a wreck, and I couldn't figure out how to eat anymore. Because I didn't want to
Even you have to order more eggs?
Yeah, exactly. And plus, instead of sort of like immediately just like dealing with that, I had already also added streaming more regularly to that, right?
Yeah.
So it was like eating and streaming are 2 big things for me to add.
Yes.
On
Yeah,
my
they
own,
are.
on my own power. They really
They
are.
legit are.
No, they are. And I've been actually kind of keeping up with them, but just sort of like I've been scraping by.
Yeah.
You know, like that's why we were talking earlier about like me being not at like not exactly at peak SAF, at like slightly like I'm like I'm like at about here on that mountain.
Yes.
Right where you are on peak SAF, like that's peak SAF, and it's like you're gonna get there. You're close. You'll be fine. But this is where I am.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm holding on. I'm just like
Exactly.
But at that level of peak SAF, at Link level of peak SAF, I am definitely still like, oh my god, I have to make sure that food happens every day and streaming happens, and like maybe that I do well and then I sleep. I'm glad that the sleeping is the thing that I have the least control over. So the fact that I have that under control is actually huge.
Good. I really am glad to hear that, actually, because
Yeah.
I know sleeping can be...
It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the absolute worst thing for me.
Yeah.
So the fact that sleeping, that's the thing that is the worst, is the most desperate when I can't get it under control, and I'm glad that I have it under control and without medication.
Yes.
So that's been really good.
Yeah.
Food I can get under control eventually, and the drunkenness is actually not an issue. It's
Yeah,
just,
I'm not
it's
worried
just
about it.
weird. It like
Sure.
the drunk thing is just one of those things where it's like it could be an like it could be a canary in the coal mine.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could indicate that something else is wrong, but sometimes it's just because like some stuff is happening, but it's actually not an issue.
Speaking of, I'm done with my drink.
And so are you. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
So
let's
let's
shut it down.
down.
I love you.
Me. Me.
All right. We will see you all later. Good,
Good
night,
night,
Ryan.
Now, thank you.
All right. Shall we just stop it?
I think. Let me quickly